Warning: this video will contain spoilers to the following anime that will appear on your screen. If you have not watched any of these anime, click off right now. You have been warned. Hello there guys, welcome to a new YouTube video I decided to make today, in which I am making a tier list, because I thought, why not? I seen a lot of people make a tier list, and I thought, why not I give it a try? And this will be a tier list of all the anime I have watched in the past couple years. So there's not gonna be a lot. And if there is any new anime you want me to watch, just let me know in the comments below, and then I'll probably watch it or put it in my need to watch soon. But other than that, considering consider to subscribe, like the video, give it a thumbs up, and let's get on to the video. Now, as you see here, we have our tier list because this is all I watch, as you see down below. So that's not a lot. It's not a lot. But we'll go order from S tier, which is the best anime I watched, all the way down to D tier, which I think is the worst. I think there's like two that I think goes in D tier at least. There'll be a couple B, a couple C, a couple mostly A. But let's get started with the first anime, the seven deadly sins, which I believe goes in A tier because it goes in A tier for the way the world build, the world building, it goes in A tier because of the world building. It has the character development, and also the fighting scenes, which is amazing. Also the music. You cannot argue with me that the music is great. That done. We got Darling in the Franxx. This is C tier. It is C tier for a reason, and you can fight me all you want, but it's C tier for me. It was great at first. The music was fine, everything was going well, but it wasn't showing a lot of mech fight. It's mostly about the character, like the teenager and stuff. But then also the way it ended, which annoys me to this day, does not make sense. And people are still hoping for a season two because it left an opening for season two, which is really annoying. But other than that, it's C tier for me. Naruto Shippuden, S tier. For me, it's S tier Shippuden because it does so well with the fighting scene and development of most characters that it just goes up there, and the filler at least makes sense to a point in the original. If you feel me, like some of the fillers in Naruto Shippuden ties in with the story a little bit, so it goes in S tier for me. Black Clover is right now, since it's ended, B tier. It's B tier for good. It has great stories. And I'm talking about the anime itself. There's manga and everything, but Black Clover is a B tier for me because it has great story development. It's fast pacing and there's a lot of action, but it copied a lot of what other shonen anime have done in the past, with like being controlled by another source and power scaling and all the other stuff. So for me, it get a B tier. Once the movie come out, it'll probably go to an A tier because I have caught up with the manga. Being a brand new anime, I give it. Hmm, that's a tough one. I say C tier. It's something new. It's a very new anime about animal, but yet it just lacked something about it, which I don't know what it is. It's new, it's exciting, but like at the same time, you kind of guess what it's going to be about. There wasn't a lot of character development there, If you look at it, not a lot. It's just pretty much an anime that was just there to watch. A new anime that you thought maybe would be unique, but it wasn't that good. We got Violet Evergarden now. It goes to S tier for me, and I just recently watched Violet Evergarden. It goes on S tier because of the story, the development of the characters, and the way they did it. Because there were multiple scenes that I cried in that made me question why, why did she go through all this just to start a new life? Like, and you realize that many people done this when they go to do new things. That not everyone's going to suit the new life, and that's even for the military people, which shows in Violet Evergarden that military people cannot go back to their normal life before the service, which is great. And it has so many sad scenes in it that I just had to put an S tier. Then we got the beginning. I think 13 the beginning is called, what's it called? For me, I give it B tier. No, I give it C tier. Just because the second season, it did good the first season, but in the second season it dipped off a little bit. And like the last episode just didn't make sense at all. So I gave it B tier. I mean, it's a good anime to watch. It's like the second season, the last episode didn't make sense at all when you really think about it. You have to watch it to understand what I'm talking about. We have Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and the original. I give it S tier just because it's a good anime to watch. The story is not that complicated. It's somewhat fast paced. There's a lot of action scenes. There's a lot of character development, and it just shows how far a character can go to in a short amount of time. That's a good anime in general for me. Kill la Kill. This will have to be for me B tier. It's a good anime to watch. It's just there's a lot of action. There's a lot of development. There's a lot of moments that are like that are questionable from time to time. It's questionable, but I like it at least. It's a good anime to watch. You know, new animation. You don't think it's gonna be good at first when you first hear or see the trailer for it, but trust me, it's a good anime to watch, and I will recommend to anyone to watch it. Soul Eater. This will have to be for me B tier. Again, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of character development, but at the same time, it's just the ending didn't make much sense at the end because like the ending didn't make much sense to me at that point. I felt like, but it was still good. The animation was good, the fight scene, everything went well. Just the ending for me was a little confusing. Next, we have the original Naruto, and for me, this took me some time, but C tier. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but like, it's C tier for a reason. It's good at first, but then there's a lot of fillers in Naruto, the original Naruto. I mean, there's a good character development, everything like that, but like, it just wasn't the ending. Like the last almost like 20 episodes was just a bunch of fillers, and which didn't make sense to the main story. So like, I gave it C tier at that point. Then we got Dragon Ball, the series, the whole series, excluding GT because it's not canon. I give it A tier. I give it A tier for a reason because it's been around so long as a childhood. I just have to put A tier. The fighting, the way to do power scaling, everything about it is just great. And I just love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball in general. Next we have Yu-Gi-Oh! For me, I'm gonna give it B tier. I give it B tier for a reason. It's good at first, like I say, like the first four reincarnation of Yu-Gi-Oh is good. Then after that, like the original GX, 5D, and Zexer are all good. But then after that, it dipped down a little bit, which would make it so confusing to people who want to still play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or watching. So for me, I give it B tier. I mean, it's a good anime to watch, but if you first want to watch anime, but other than that, for me, B tier. My Hero Academia, or BNA, if you want to call it. I will give it C tier for now. It's C tier for a reason. It just takes so long to get to the action, and sometimes it was good. Like there was some episodes were good, some episodes were bad, but like it's a good anime to watch. But like if you go to the manga, you'll understand why I'm saying C tier. Once it caught up to the manga, it will be in an S tier, or maybe it will be A tier or almost an S tier animatically. But for now, it's a C tier. It's a current episode. It's a C tier for now for me. All right, next we have Haikyuu. Haikyuu for me will get A tier. It's A tier for a reason because it's such a good anime with all the character development and the way they portray each match of volleyball to make it more intense than the other. And the way they show it is just magnificent. And like it could be close to S tier. It's close to S tier, but for now it's A tier. There's so much more. Yeah. Then we have One Piece now. One Piece for me, S tier. It's S tier because, as you know, I'm caught up to the manga. I'm caught up to some of these manga here, and also the episode. And it's slow at first. Like the episode was the first like 100 episode of One Piece is slow, but there's a lot of great action. There's a lot of character development. The power skill is not that hard. But once you caught up, you realize how more intense the world of One Piece, the open world of One Piece is. So like I have to put S tier there. It's such a great show. Next we have Fire Force, and for me, it's a B tier. Just because Fire Force is just one of those anime that it's new, even though it's new, the way they did it was so like It's like kind of expected an OP character to just to to like to become a hero and all that other stuff. But they did it with a little twist, knowing that his brother. Of course, this whole spoilers. So why am I saying it? Of course, the antagonist, the bunch of antagonists at the same time that are trying to go against him. But yeah, it's a good anime to watch. If you want to know about, if you like anything with fire, this is a good anime to watch. If you like anything about fire. Alright, next thing we have is Hellsing and Hellsing Ultima. I'm gonna bind them both together because I have watched both of them. And for me, A tier. Just because all the blood, the gore, all the action with Alucard, Ceres, Integra, all of them, even with the Catholic and the Nazi vampire, that was just something new even back then. And it was a long time ago, and yet it's still new. It's still such a great anime to watch. I still love it. Even with the guns they use, it's such a good anime. I would recommend anyone who loves blood, gore, and vampires to go watch it. 'Cause it's such a good anime to watch. Your Lie in April. This would be for me D tier. It's for D tier for a reason. It's such it's a good anime, but like you sort of expect it when you first watch it. Cause like for me, like I watched it the whole thing. I was like, it's a good anime, yes, but like the way they had the ending made it like so sad. But like I get it, but like I didn't really like the anime in general, the way they did it and stuff. Like the way that they put the way they put what's what I saying? I didn't like the anime because of the way they made what was the name? I can't remember the character name right now, but like the two main characters were supposed to be together, supposed to fall in love with each other, supposed to fall in love with each other, but then I don't like your line April because of the two main characters, which is the pianist and the string instrument character. They were supposed to fall in love with each other, but then left hook turn, one of them died, and then it was just really sad at that point. Cause like, why? It made no sense. Like, I even thought, and you think we all saw it coming when you watch it. You all knew what's going to happen to her soon. But yeah, for me, it's D tier. Service the Jagger. D tier. Again, it's D tier for a reason, which is because even though the animation is good, the storyline, it didn't make much sense when you first watching. It's almost like you have to read a manga of it. I don't know if there even is a manga for Service the Jagger. But yeah, it just wasn't an anime that I enjoy watching in general. And, like, it was very confusing the whole way through. So it get D tier for me. Hunter x Hunter. S tier. It's for me. I watched all of Hunter x Hunter, and I can say with confidence, I loved each and every episode of it. Every moment of Hunter x Hunter, I love, and I know why people want another season of it. It's such a great anime to watch, especially with Goen, Killua, Kurapika, Leorio, even with Jin. We saw a little bit of Jin at the end at the end, but like we wanted more. It's like we wanted more of the. We wanted to see more of the world besides what we already saw with Greed Island, and with the Chimera. And we wanted more. We, as the artists, wanted more of what Hunter wanted. But like, it's still a great anime to watch. I would recommend anyone to watch it, the original or the remakes of it. So that's my opinion on Hunter x Hunter. A Kamiga Kill. This for me gets. I'm stuck between B or A tier. I'm gonna say, maybe it's a B tier. Trying to remember what it was. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say B tier. I'm saying B tier because like this. It's a good anime to watch, but the way that they hack off character left, right, and center, so because sometimes there are characters that you love to see, but they get hacked off, like they're gone after like 1 or 2 episodes. And like it just makes you sad, like wonder like why they're gone so fast, like why they had to be killed off, like why they're being gone. And like for me, it's still a good anime, but yet it's called a comic kill, and it doesn't focus on the doesn't focus on the character that it's supposed to be on. It focuses on the secondary character, which for me doesn't make a little sense. Also, the ending was a little confusing as well, because like why did it end like that? We want a little bit more with the ending, but it is what it is. Demon Slayer. For me, Demon Slayer will get A tier. It can be an S tier. It will become an S tier once we get the next season of Demon Slayer. It's a good anime to watch. It's very short. It's fast paced. It's a lot of action. There's a lot of character development. There's a lot of world building there, and like I just love it. I even saw Mugen Train, and I still love it. It's such a good anime to watch. I would recommend anyone to watch Demon Slayer if you like, swordsman. Cause this it's a good anime if you like swords in general. Gurren Lagann. For me, it's a B tier. Just because it's just one. It had a lot of mech fighting. It was good anime, but like the story of it didn't make a lot of sense to me when I first watched it. I probably had to rewatch it again just to understand a little bit more of Gurren Lagann. But for me, it didn't make a lot of sense to me when I first watched it. So I'm probably gonna rewatch it again. Maybe get a different review. But for now, It's B tier. I'll probably watch it, maybe an A tier, maybe S tier, but for now for me, it's B tier. Yeah, this is my tier list, guys, of all the anime I have watched. And let me know what your opinion on, and let me know what you would change if you have seen any of these animes. And let me know in the comment, and let me know in the comment below what anime I should watch next. Like maybe, cause I already planned some. I have some anime planned in mind, like Jujutsu Kaisen, Cowboy Bebop, Golden Time, and Mob Psycho actually as well. But yeah, other than that, I will see you guys next time with another video, hopefully. So bye.